Good morning, dear student. This is the 6th session in your accounts from incomplete record. In this past 5 session, I have explained about the single entry system, double entry system, what is meant by incomplete record. Small petty organization, they will not maintain double entry system, hence they will follow incomplete record. Incomplete record also called as single entry system. Why? Because in double entry system, each transaction will be recorded twice, whereas in single entry system, they will record only once. That is the difference between the single entry system and the double entry system. But tax authorities and others will not accept this single entry system. Hence, it is mandatory that organization which is following single entry system should convert the single entry system. Incomplete record should convert it to the double entry system. So that is mandatory. Only tax authority and government of India will accept a double entry system of bookkeeping. Hence, at the end of the year, single entry system converted into the double entry system. So hence, in this session, I will teach you about how to convert the single entry system to the double entry system. So let us see the format for total debtor account. So debtor means some customers we are selling it for credit sales. So that customer still they didn't pay the cash. So that customer only the debtor. For the customer we are giving it for credit, not for a free cost. So after that, how we are going to receive the cash? So sundry debtors. So sundry debtors means asset. So asset means your opening balance sheets comes under debit side of the debtor account. Next, in credit side, if we sell to the customer, in what kind of way we will receive it? Through cash. So by cash. In credit side we have to put by cash. So in some time they will give in kind of check. So in that time we have to put by bank in credit side. So why we are putting this item in credit side? If the customer is giving money, our amount will be low. So next item is in credit side by discount allowed. You know very well, as soon as the customer will pay the amount means they will give discount allowed. And some customers will be buy in a bulk amount. So that means a bulk goods they will get it from the customer means they will give discount allowed. So in credit side we have to buy discount allowed. Next is by sales. Sales return. So sales return means nothing but if you sales to them, the damaged items will be returned. So that is the by sales return. Next, by bad debts. Bad debts means you know very well that amount will become or may not become. So that is a irrecoverable item. Okay. Next one is bills receivable account. So bills receivable account you know very well. Sometimes they will pend 3 month or 1 month due. So in that kind they will receive as a bill. So that is the by bills receivable account. Debtor means asset. You know very well. Asset means the opening balance will come under debit side. So it is obviously the closing balance should come under the credit side. So by balance carried down closing amount. So next we'll see in the debit side. So debit side, so we can see to bank account, check dishonor. Suppose if you gave the check in the bank, they will be dishonored. So means you have to enter as a debit side to bank account, check dishonor. So next one is to bills receivable. So bills receivable means the due date they did not pay it. So that is said to be the bills dishonor. So the balance, what item is there? Sales. So sales is the balancing figure. So to sales means to find out the credit sales. So for what reason we are calculating the total debtor means to find out the credit sales. Okay, so this is the format to find out the credit sales. So total sundry debtor account format. Shall we see the illustration 10, page number 16. So find out the credit sales from the following information. Debtors on 1st January 2018 rupees 40,000, cash received from debtors rupees 1 lakh, discount allowed rupees 5,000, sales return rupees 2,000, debtor on 31st December 2018 60,000. So we are going to create the total debtor account to find out the credit sales. So illustration 10, page number 16. So we have to put the heading as a total debtor, debit side and credit side. Particular rupees, particular rupees. You know the format very well. So in debit side we have to put the to balance brought down. To balance brought down. Brought down means the date is given in a 1st January 2018. Debtors on 1st January 2018 is the to balance brought down rupees 40,000. Second question is cash received from debtor. So cash means we have to put it in a credit side. So by cash received, the amount is 1 lakh. The amount is 1 lakh. Next is a discount allowed 5,000. So by a discount allowed 5,000. Okay, the next question is by sales return. So by sales return is 2,000. So the next question is debtors on 31st December 2018. So 31st December means that is closing balance. By balance carried down 60,000. We have to total it. You know very well which side have to greater means debit side or credit side. Credit side is the greater amount. 1 lakh 60,000. 1 lakh 60,000. Next 65 and 67. So the amount is 1 lakh 67,000. So in both the side we have to write as a 1 lakh 67,000. From 1 lakh 67,000 we have to minus 40,000. So if you minus it means you will get 1 lakh 27,000. So that is called the sales account. That means credit sales. So this is the balancing amount, balancing figure. Take page number 34, 10th sum, exercise 10th sum. Find out credit sales from the following information. Debtors on 1st April 2018 1 lakh, cash received from debtors 2,30,000, discount allowed 5,000, return inward means sales return 25,000, debtor on 31st March 2019 1 lakh 20,000. So you are going to find out the credit sales. So do this sum as a homework. So illustration 11, page number 16. From the following details find out the total sales made during the year. Debtor on 1st April 2018 50,000, cash received from debtors during the years 1,50,000, return inwards 15,000, bad debts 5,000, debtors on 31st March 2019 70,000, cash sales 1,40,000. So in this sum we are going to find out the total sales. So next we are going to see the illustration 11, page number 16. So total debtor account, debit side, credit side, particular rupees, particular rupees. So first we are going to write the debtor on 1st April 2018, 50,000. That means to balance brought down 50,000. The next question is cash received from debtors 1,50,000. So by cash received 1,50,000. The next one is return inward. Return inward means sales return. So by sales return also you can write, or return inward. Shortly I am writing return inward. Okay. What is the amount? 15,000. So the next one is bad debts. You know very well, bad debts will come under credit side. So if you buy at the format very well, you know which side we have to put the items. So by bad debts. So bad debts means 5,000. You have to put account and all. Okay. Next one is a debtor on 31st March 2019. You know very well, 31st means that is a closing, 1 means that is a opening. So by balance carried down. So what is the amount? 70,000. So you have to calculate which side is the greater amount, debit side or credit side. So obviously it is a credit side. So what is the amount? We have to add it. 1,50,000 plus 15,000 plus 5,000 plus 17,000. You will be getting 2,40,000. So you have to write on each side. Okay. 2,40,000. From 2,40,000 you have to minus it 50,000. So you will be getting 1,90,000. So that is the credit sale. You can write credit sales or sales account. Okay. So this is the balancing figure. So to find out the total sales, already we created the credit sales 1,90,000. The cash sales is given in the question. So what is the total sales formula? Total sales is equal to cash sales plus credit sales. Okay. So cash amount is given in the question 1,40,000 plus credit sales we have find out the 1,90,000. So if you add means you will be getting rupees 3,30,000. So this is how we have to find out the total sales account. So take page number 34, exercise 11. From the following details, find out the total sales made during the year. So debtor on 1st January 2018, 1,30,000. Cash received from debtors during the year 4,20,000. Sales return 35,000. Bad debts 15,000. Debtors on 31st December 2018, 2 lakh. Cash sales 4,60,000. So you are going to find out the total sale. So do this 11th sum as a homework. Next we are going to see the bills receivable account format. Okay, so bills receivable account, total bills receivable, how much they are going to receive it. So in bills receivable is a asset. So opening balance should come under the debit side. So to balance brought down. So naturally is the closing balance will become under the credit side. So by balance carried down closing balance. So how much they are going to receive it for, that purpose only we are creating the bills receivable. Okay, suppose they are receiving as a cash, means we have to put it as a cash. In credit side you have to put by cash or bank, so that is the bills receivable honored. So next we are going to see, so sundry debtor. So in sundry debtor format, debit side to bills receivable dishonored, that amount should be taken to the credit side. So by bills receivable dishonor or by sundry debtor. In a 5-mark sums and all, we'll do it as a like that. Okay, then we have to add 3 items in a credit side: cash, sundry debtors and balance carried on. So obviously the credit side balance only the greater amount. From the greater amount we have to minus the 2 balance brought down. Then the balancing figure is 2 sundry debtor, that means bills receivable received. Okay, so this is the format of bills receivable account. Take page number 17, illustration 12. From the following particular, prepare bills receivable account and compute the bills received from the debtor. Opening bills receivable 20,000, closing bills receivable 30,000, cash received for bills receivable 60,000, bills receivable dishonor 5,000. So now we are going to find out the bills receivable account. So we are going to solve the problem. Illustration 12, page number 17. Bills receivable account, debit side and credit side, particular rupees, particular rupees. So first, opening bills receivable. So opening bills receivable should come under debit side. So to balance brought down. So what is the amount? 20,000. So next one is closing bills receivable. That one will be write it as last one. Okay, next is cash received for bills receivable. So cash means by cash account rupees 60,000. Next question is bills receivable dishonor. So bills receivable dishonor means sundry sundry debtors. Sundry debtor account. So that is the bills receivable dishonor. So that amount is 5,000. So the last one is closing balance. That means closing bills receivable 30,000. So by balance carried down, the amount is 30,000. So credit side or debit side is a greater amount, credit side only. So we have to add it. So if you add means you will be getting 95,000. So that amount have to written on both the side, 95,000. From the 95,000 you have to minus 20,000, you will be getting 75,000. So that is called the sundry debtor. You can put, or you can put debtors. Okay, bracket bills receivable received. So this is the balancing figure. So 75,000 is the balancing figure. So take page number 34, exercise 12th sum. From the following particulars, prepare bills receivable amount and compute the bills receivable from the debtors. So bills receivable at the beginning of the year 1,40,000, bills receivable at the end of the year 2 lakh, cash received for bills receivable 3,90,000, bills receivable is on 30,000. So you're going to find out the bills receivable account. So do this 12th sum as a homework. Student, kindly do the homework sums. So last 5 session homework sum also some students are not sent to me. So kindly do it. So each students I am marking out what sums and all you are doing as a homework. Kindly do it. It's for your sake only I am telling it. Okay, thank you students.